I'd like to call this meeting to order. Will the secretary please call the roll?
Mrs. Chu?
Here.
Mr. Sismar?
Here.
Mr. Hong? Mrs. Lax? Mrs. Reese?
Here.
Mr. Seeler?
Here.
Mr. Simmons? Mr. Winston?
Here.
President Becker?
Here, we have a quorum. Please rise to salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the East Brunswick Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published at the Board of Education office. Written notice was also provided to the Sentinel, the Newark Star-Ledger, the Home News and Tribune, and the Municipal Clerk of East Brunswick. All Board of Education meetings, with the exception of executive session, are videotaped for later broadcast. Individuals who speak at the board's public meetings should be aware of these videotaping rules. Good evening. And as we look out, it is always an absolute pleasure to see that we have students with us at this board meeting, because this is why we're all here, for you guys. I had the pleasure of meeting several of the students before the meeting, and I'm really looking forward to our presentation. But first, we have to sit through another report. We look forward to greatly every week. We can't wait for the superintendent's report. Dr. Valesky, please.
Thank you, President Becker, for that sincere introduction. Good evening, everyone.
Oh.
Good evening to you. The artwork on display in the boardroom this evening was created by students from Irwin Elementary School. The art teachers of these talented students are Kristen Wagner and Sue Brewer. Joanne Schmilowitz is the principal. On Monday, the English as a Second Language Department welcomed kindergarten through fifth grade students and families for an evening of storytelling. Megan Minetta, principal of Chittick School, collaborated with ESL teacher Bethriella Connors to host ELLs from across the district. Librarians from the East Brunswick Public Library came to share the library's resources as well. In addition, the secondary ESL and counseling teams welcomed our ESL families to access college and career-ready resources on Naviance. On Tuesday, I had the pleasure of attending the training session for Sources of Strength at Churchill. Sources of Strength is a group of diverse students and adults from many different corners and cultures of our school community. The mission of Sources of Strength is to ensure that during rough or tough times for students, no one gets so overwhelmed or hopeless that they want to give up. Sources of Strength spreads hope, help, and strength to every corner of our community by increasing help-seeking behaviors and promoting connections between peers and caring adults. And there are Sources of Strength pamphlets back on the table for the community, and each of the board members has a Sources of Strength document as well. On Tuesday evening, first grade family night gave students and their parents the opportunity to work through different math and ILA activities facilitated by school building specialists. All participants received a folder of materials to take home for future use. The East Brunswick Regional Chamber of Commerce held its monthly breakfast meeting here at the Administration Building on Wednesday, October 16th. The Chamber represents a diverse group of talented business owners and professionals who come together with the intention of uniting East Brunswick with surrounding areas to foster collaboration among area businesses. Over 50 Chamber members were present to hear my remarks about the present and future state of East Brunswick Public Schools. We are currently exploring ways to partner with various businesses to support our students. And thanks to Ms. Atkins for facilitating that event. In sports, congratulations to our girls tennis team for winning the Central Jersey Group 4 State Championship, and good luck to our second doubles team who is playing Saturday at Mercer County Park for the state title. The team will also be competing Friday in the Group 4 tournament. Congratulations to our gymnastics team as they clinched the Red Division title. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The girls' volleyball pink game is this Saturday, October 19th at the high school at 10 a.m. Please come and support the team. The 5th grade Ben Embley 1/2 mile run will take place Saturday, November 2nd at 9 a.m. at the East Brunswick High School Stadium. Students can ask their physical education teachers for more information. On this evening's agenda is a resolution of proclamation for National Principals Month. I'm proud to recognize the critical instructional leadership of our principals and secondary assistant principals. We appreciate their dedication and commitment to the students and community of East Brunswick. Also on this evening's agenda is a resolution of proclamation for Fire Prevention Week, which is October 6th through the 12th. The theme this year is Not Every Hero Wears a Cape. Plan and practice your escape. We are grateful to Fire Marshals John Talbot and Sean Birdie, the Fire Prevention Bureau, and volunteer firefighters who come into our schools to present educational programs to our students. Each year, East Brunswick's Fire Prevention Bureau collaborates with our art teachers in grades K through 5 to sponsor a fire safety poster contest. On October 20th, the East Brunswick Education Foundation will host its 4th Celebrity Dance-Off at the JM Pack. District celebrities include our own Board of Education member Susanna Chu, Warrensdorfer 4th grade teacher Susan Miserak, Churchill history teacher Greg Siegel, high school security officer David Smith, and East Brunswick Education Association President Dr. Dana Zimbicki. The East Brunswick High School Marching Band will host a Central Jersey Music Educators Association Marching Band competition on Saturday, October 26th at 5 p.m. at the East Brunswick High School. Just a reminder, parent-teacher conferences will take place on Tuesday, from Tuesday, October 22nd through Friday, October 25th. These are single session days with lunch served for grades K through 7 only. And finally, in our efforts to update the community on the reduction of East Brunswick Public Schools' carbon footprint, this year the district utilized a product called DocuSign, an electronic signature application to collect signatures for the 1,800 employee handbooks that were delivered by email. Between the employee handbook and all of the signature pages, this was a net reduction of over 900 reams of paper from previous years. The district also utilizes AppleTrack employee application process that is completely paperless. Potential employees' documents are reviewed electronically throughout the entire hiring process. Just as an example, since January 2019, our Human Resources Department has processed and reviewed nearly 2,700 applications, all online. Thank you.
That's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for your report. And now, we have a wonderful presentation. I know it's going to be wonderful. From Warrensdorfer, and I'm going to let our kindergarten team introduce themselves and tell us what we're going to be seeing tonight.
Hi. Fine. Hi, I'm Lisa Knoppenberger, and this is Jamie Grant. Sorry. Sherry Scott couldn't make it tonight, and these are our wonderful kindergarten children. Thank you. What button? The play button? The arrow button. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. And this year, we have been reimagining kindergarten. So we have some wonderful students who have had a great time with the new curriculum, and they are here to share everything that they've learned so far with you. All right, we're gonna wait. Do you have a card? You have one. Thank you.
I learned about the rule.
So we're very, very excited. All right. So the creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the instinct. Everything we need to know, we learned in kindergarten through play.
After only 28 days in kindergarten,
I learned about the world around us by exploring outside. learned to be a creative thinker and tinkering with building toys. I learned to be a good community member by following important rules. I learned books can teach me new and interesting things about the world. Taking turns makes the game more fun. I use my imagination to create new things. I learned that to build something big and tall, it needs to start with a strong base. I learned that being a leader helps everyone learn together because teamwork makes everything better. Every day we think and work, and every day we draw and paint and build and sing and dance and play. Every day we learn.
Bonjour, buenos dias. Good day, guten tag, konnichiwa. Shalom, dobre dien. Hello to all the children of the world. We live in different places from all around the world. We speak in many different ways. Though some things might be different, we're children just the same, and we all like to sing and play. Hello, bonjour, buenos dias. Good day, guten tag, konnichiwa. Ciao, shalom, dobre dien. Hello to all the children of the world. There are children in the deserts and children in the towns and children who live down by the sea. If we could meet each other to run and sing and play, then what good friends we all could be. Hello, bonjour, buenos dias. Good day, guten tag, konnichiwa. Ciao, shalom, dobre dien. Hello to all the children of the world.
Do we want to do pictures? Yeah, let's take some. President
Thank
back.
you. Good job. They're much more comfortable speaking in front of people than I am. Good job. So, scooch in. You can put your cards down.
There you go.
I think you should lay down in front of them.
I heard.
Oh, yeah.
Ready? Here we go. All right, families, you got 'em?
Great job.
I want to make sure all the parents have an opportunity to, is everybody taking the pictures that you want? Please come up, take it, go ahead. You
What is it?
have a lot of pictures. No, it's okay.
Oh, Rachel's taking. I'm sorry, what? Yes, that was a great song. Oh, just the kids? Yeah, do we have one more? All right, so we're going to move.
Everybody good, everybody good? So I just have to tell you guys something. You're not really kindergarten. You're like, you're second grade, at least third, right? No, get out! You're third grade.
No.
Fourth?
No.
You're kindergarten?
Yeah.
Oh, God. You guys were incredible. You came up here and talked in front of all these people and us, and it's really hard to do. We even get nervous doing it. And you guys walked up here, plus you sang. Nobody sings to us. This is wonderful. One another round of applause. Wonderful teachers who bring this about, and to the support of you parents. Thanks for coming out. We're going to take a 2-minute recess so that if you want to, the rest of the board meeting is fascinating. We got some charts, graphs, pie charts, spreadsheets, man, you'd love it. But if you want to get them home, we will take a 2-minute recess so that you can get them home.
Thank you.
And we're back. That was great.
This is awesome.
That song, it's just gonna be in our heads for like the rest of the week now, right?
A real tongue tapper.
Okay, we have 2 resolutions of proclamations. Our first one is for Fire Prevention Week. One can never say enough wonderful things about first responders, and we are very fortunate to have a former first responder on the board, and that's Mark Sismer, who was a policeman for
26 years.
26 years.
I look young.
So I'm going to ask Mark to join Dr. Valesky up front and to read the Fire Prevention Week proclamation. Thanks, Mark.
I think it's more difficult following those children than getting up here.
Yeah, well, that's why I had you do it, not me. What do you think?
Feisty tonight.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, John.
John Talbot, one of our fire marshals in town. Thank you for your service. Whereas, according to the National Fire Prevention Association, this year's Fire Prevention Week campaign is "Not every hero wears a cape. Plan and practice your escape." Whereas East Brunswick's first responders are dedicated to reducing the occurrence of home fires and home fire injuries through prevention and protection education. And whereas, committed to ensuring the safety and security of all those living in and visiting our town, including our educational community, the East Brunswick Public Schools welcomes East Brunswick's fire and emergency services personnel into our schools to educate our students. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the East Brunswick Board of Education recognizes October 6th through 12th, 2019 as Fire Prevention Week, and encourages all the people of East Brunswick to heed the important safety messages of Fire Prevention Week 2019, and to support the many public safety activities and efforts of East Brunswick's fire and emergency services. And be it further resolved that the East Brunswick Board of Education appreciates the efforts of East Brunswick's fire and emergency services personnel to make our community a safe place in which to live.
So moved.
John, thank you very much.
Second.
And by Mr.
I
Hahn.
want to thank the board, the administration, and teachers for allowing us to come in, present the fire safety programs we do to the kids. They're great. When we ask them questions, they know the answers. Each year, they know what to do. One thing we ask is, do fire drills here in school? They all say, yeah. Then we ask, who has done a fire drill at home? And we get 1 or 2 hands up. And this year's theme is talking about planning your escape. So we need to, at home, do a fire drill, have an escape plan, and have a meeting place. And hopefully the kids went home to say that we need to do that. So thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. So for our next presentation, let's do the moved voting before it's read, okay? Can I please have a motion for the next resolution or proclamation, National Principals Month? Moved by Mrs. Lax, second by Mr. Winston. Is there any discussion? All those, oh,
On the principals?
Yes.
resolution? Yeah. I had the pleasure, Ms. Atkins invited me to do a tabletop exercise as a observer. And although I can't go into the details of the exercise, it covers emergency plans for the school system. The reason I bring it up at this point is all the principals were at that meeting, and when I heard them come up with intelligent responses, ideas, collaboration, I was impressed, and I just wanted to say firsthand, your children are in safe hands. These principals are dedicated to keeping your children safe. Education is very important, don't get me wrong, but the other component is these ladies and gentlemen really care about your children and keep them safe every day, and they were very passionate and involved in the exercise. So I wanted to add that on the heels of this and say thank you to the principals.
thank you, Mark. Any other discussion?
So I always believe the principals and Dr. Vlasky, the superintendent, is the cornerstone of East Brunswick. They are the most precious asset East Brunswick Public School can have. So I want to thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Lori?
And I've said this for years, and it really goes for the elementary principals, how they're so warm and they're superstars in the buildings. But as a parent now who's kind of graduated into the upper schools as well, it's very exciting to see how even the older children really feel that you guys are important parts of their life. So I give you a tremendous amount of respect and gratitude, and thank you for what you do every day. Your buildings, thank you, and our children especially, thank you.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Liwu actually has the youngest children of anyone on the board. What is it, 3 under 5 or 3 under 6?
2 under 5, 1 6.
And we've been telling him for years, don't worry, because when they get into school, we have wonderful building administrators who will keep them in line and reach out and teach them so much. Yes, that was a little warning. But we'll teach them so much. So I have asked Liwu to read the resolution of proclamation and to help Dr. Valesky hand out the certificates.
So whereas schools inspire and the next generation of professionals, political leaders, artists, educators, and others who contribute to the healthy and prosperous society, and whereas principals and assistant principals are responsible for providing instructional leadership and professional management in our schools, and whereas principals and assistant principals set the academic tone for their schools and work collaboratively with the teachers to develop and maintain high curricular standards, and set performance goals and objectives, and ensure high quality instructions, and whereas school principals and assistant principals are responsible for the safety of their students and staff and the security of the schools, and whereas principals and assistant principals are key to implementing state and federal education reform in New Jersey, and whereas the month of October 2019 has been declared National Principal Month and is dedicated to recognizing the significant contribution of our nation's principal and assistant principals, and they have for providing quality educational experience and guidance to their students, and whereas the East Brunswick Board of Education recognizes and appreciates the skills, the dedication, and commitment of the principals and assistant principals and the challenge they face daily. Now, therefore, be it resolved that East Brunswick Board of Education recognize and commend the principals and assistant principals for their continued service to our children.
With us tonight, we have Central Principal Danielle Danino. Thanks, Danielle. No, we're good. Why don't we just, do we want to have them all stand?
And then take a
We'll have
picture.
everybody.
Yeah. We have Hammersholt Principal, Dr. Michael Gaskell. From Lawrence Brooks School, we have Maury Graffis, who's filling in for Liz Dunn on her maternity leave. Maury is one of our retired administrators, returning to us.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
From Memorial Elementary School, Cheryl Jones. Thanks, Cheryl. Congratulations.
Of course.
From Chittick Elementary School, Megan Minetta. Thanks, Megan. Congratulations. From Frost Elementary School, Loretta Payette. Thanks, Loretta.
Thank you.
Again from Hammersholt, Assistant Principal Russ Petranco. Thank you. And from Bow Monroe, Mr. Ron Lieberman. Smallest school, tallest guy.
We'll just get a little bit closer.
Want to balance it out a little bit? Do you want to, or are we good?
We'll trade sides.
Next to my tall friend.
Yes, very nice. All right, just a couple, okay? More? Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Go for it. Sure. Whatever.
Oh, okay, I'm going out of order, but I just, since Vicki couldn't hear me, I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that we talk about Principals Month, and I like the fact that this was written in such a way that it includes our assistant principals, because I don't think that, you don't get the glory, but you do a lot of the work, so, and I know that Mr. Petranco was here on behalf of our assistant principals, so, thank you to you as well, you guys are terrific, so, just wanted to mention that.
Very well said, and now I could hear you.
Sorry, yeah, I'm so quiet, Vicki.
Oh, hearing impaired. Okay. And now we have a public hearing on rescinding of current contract and approval of new contract for the superintendent of schools. Can I please have a motion?
No motion
No,
needed.
no motion.
No, this
It's
is
just the
opening it up.
hearing. So sorry. Is there anybody who would like to speak on this issue only? Seeing none, I close the public hearing. And now we have the good of the cause for the public. Is there anyone who wishes to speak to the board? Seeing none, I close the public portion. I would like to ask for a motion for the entire agenda tonight.
So moved.
Thank you. Including, let me get the words out of my mouth, including the addendum report, for the HIB report on your desk. Okay. This is a roll call, so will the secretary please call the roll?
I know-
Mrs. Chad and Jeff.
Thank you. I definitely heard Mr. Seeler.
And Mr. Winston was
Okay.
right there.
Very good. Okay, Mrs. Chu.
Yes.
Mr. Sismar.
Yes.
Mr. Hong.
Yes.
Mrs. Lax.
Yes.
Mrs. Reese.
Yes.
Mr. Seeler.
Yes.
Mr. Winston.
Yes.
President Becker.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us to one of our other favorite points of the night, our report from our wonderful high school rep.
Hello. So a lot has been going on at the high school. It's a very exciting time of year. It's college app season. So the October 15th deadlines just passed us, so now we're on to those November 1st deadlines, so that's a lot of fun. It's great fun. Also, so tonight at 7 o'clock, we have our improv night. So the drama department and some teachers and stuff, they come together, and it's just like a fun night for kids to watch their friends on stage and their teachers on stage. So yeah, obviously you're a little late if you're here, but it's still a super cool thing to go to. We also had our financial aid night this week. So that was great, very informative for parents and for students who just need to understand that a little bit better before applying to colleges and filling out those FAFSAs. On Wednesday, we had PSATs for sophomores and juniors, so it was super helpful for them to figure out where they're at and how much they need to study for SATs and ACTs. And on that day, seniors had senior seminar. So first we had like a brief financial aid talk, and after that we got to do some fun activities and just build some new friendships and bonds within our school community. So we had a lot of fun. It was just like a great day to relax despite all the stress from college, and all the teachers got super involved too, and it was a great deal of fun, so we really appreciated that day. We also have homecoming next week on Thursday, which is very exciting. We have parent-teacher conferences coming up, so that'll be a great time for parents and teachers to meet and kind of discuss what students are doing well and what they need to improve upon, which we obviously appreciate because that helps us be more successful as we get to those points where we're trying to move on to the next chapters of our lives in college. We also have the marching band show on the 26th, which is super exciting, personally for me, because I have a ton of friends in marching band, so I really hope that goes well. On October 30th, we have the East Brunswick High School Arts College and Career Night, because East Brunswick High School is not only excellent in academics and athletics, but also the arts, so we like to promote those careers because sometimes they go overlooked in other school districts. And then we also have our celebrity dance-off coming up, and the security guard, David Smith, he's like super popular at the high school. So a ton of us are very excited to like go see him dance. Yeah, so that's all I have.
Yeah.
I like that.
Dr. Zimbicki, I think that was a throwdown to you.
Suzanne is sitting here going, he's going down.
I've already heard about Susanna. I think she's a sleeper, and I think that she's going to come out swinging.
Now thank you so much. As always, we enjoy hearing it, and we just love your passion. And thanks for continuing to come every single meeting. Committee reports, information items, go to the cause of the board. Lori.
So you know I'm your biggest fan, but you did forget one thing going on at the high school. Tomorrow is the pink game. I'm going to forgive you because it's application season and because you do such an incredible job, and I love listening to your reports. And I know I've talked about it, and hopefully all of our principals have spread it to their buildings, but tomorrow is the well, it's actually freshman, JV, and varsity. It's the pink game, Fight for Cure, the breast cancer awareness. So hopefully you'll all be there. I was going to bring my goodies because you know I baked. So I'm going to have chocolate lollipops and my specialty cookies, and there'll be lots of goodies for sale. And you can come cheer on the girls. They're playing Bishop R, and we have actually a Bishop R alum.
St. Thomas Aquinas now.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
Change that.
Okay, I apologize, we have an alumni, so I'm an alumni of here, he's an alumni of there, he's gonna have to come and see and watch us kind of, you
They're
know.
more proud of you here than they are of me there. believe me.
That's okay, I'm proud of you here. So, so please come out and support the girls and a worthwhile cause. I'm hoping to see all of you there. Vicky's always been a supporter in the past. I know the girls. I think you do all the tricky tray stuff. So, and I just wanted to say that I started my day with our youngest learners, and I ended my day with our second youngest learners because I was at the preschool this morning for the ELA. And if anyone can take a few minutes and go over and see what we've done with the classrooms. Thank you. Your building has been so accommodating, but this has been a passion of mine since Mrs. LaDuca started this program, 10, 11 years ago. And so I've always said that the vision was to have them all together for curricular consistency and collaboration. And these kids are so happy, and it's wonderful. The teachers are terrific with them, and they have their own little courtyard and play area. I got to sit outside in the cold, and I was freezing. They weren't because, but yeah, so I would say definitely go take a look. So my day was warmed by little people.
Thank you for taking the time to do all this, Lori. Greatly appreciated. So speaking of the Pink Day, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be at the Pink Day or at the EBEF dance, so I wanted to give my own little plug for both events now. Breast cancer is an incredible cause to get behind, and our student athletes are notable not just because they win tournaments and games, but because they have incredible character and compassion and commitment for their community and give back. And we, all of you, our staff, have taught them well. So I'm very proud of them for coming together and doing an event like this. As far as the dance-off goes, Susanna, and Dana, my favorite show. There's a couple of us up here who have done it, so we want to tell you not only good luck, but enjoy it. It's a blast. Have a really good time, and good luck to both of you and all the other dancers. But I also just quick plug for the foundation. Anybody who doesn't know this should know that this is a bunch of volunteers who spend a tremendous amount of time focusing on making the lives of our students and staff better. That's it. They raise money, they form partnerships with businesses so that teachers can apply for grants and enrich the lives of our students. A very simple concept, but so hard to execute, and they do it so well. And this is just one of the many things, and I hope everybody supports it. I think that's all the events I'm going to miss this weekend. So we do have a need for closed session, whereas the Board of Education must discuss matters which are not appropriate for discussion in a public meeting, and those matters are as follows. Those items specifically in tonight's agenda. Whereas the length of the closed session is estimated to be 3 hours, after which a public meeting of the board shall reconvene and action may be taken. Can I please have a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Lax.
Second.
Second by Mr. Sismar. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. We're done. Good night. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations to all of you again.